Welcome back to the New Music Alliance Radio Hour. I'm Calendula here with Mark Sherry and Tommy and Daniel from Blind Moose Recording. And you just heard Roots and Culture by Prince Negasi. Before that, you heard Trellis by Stadia. And we started that set off with Glints by Ayla Loon.
All these songs, by the way, were all either recorded or produced at Blind Moose Recording Studio in Northampton, Mass. Yeah, we started that one off with Ayla Loon, Glints. Tell us a little bit about Ayla Loon.
So Ayla and I formed a great relationship over essentially a remote album. They lived at the time in California and I here in Northampton, and we essentially met each other while working on this project. Well, it started on a single for a Funny Bone Records compilation, and from there it grew into working on their album. And yeah, we became friends by working together, and it was a really special album. We mixed it here at the studio. The internet, they tuned in, and essentially we were face to face as if we were in person. And this is actually my favorite song of the album, one of them for sure.
It's a great tune.
Yeah.
It feels shiny, like when you listen to it.
It really does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got that same dreamy feel too as sort of you had in your Sleeper song.
Yeah. We have very similar intuitions on certain things. And we got along really well right off the bat.
And the next song, Trellis by Stadia.
Yes.
That's a cool tune. It's definitely, I love their vocal style as well.
Their songwriting and phrasing is truly one of my favorites.
Yeah. Great. So that's Dylan Healy, who runs Funny Bone Records.
And where is he from?
Funny Bone is out of Hartford, the Hartford area, basically. Dylan, having helped so many people with his record label up until this point, it was really cool to help them work on their own music. They're so good, and they're one of the best songwriters I know. It was cool letting them stretch their legs on their own project and working together in that way. So
that's very cool. I really love the lyrics of the tune, but I also really love the mix. I think the space that you guys created with it is really well defined. Like, exactly where all the guitars are, like the drum mix feels really even.
Yeah, Dylan always cool. He always knows what he wants to, which is always great to work with,
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Can imagine. Yeah. And that last tune, I got to say, that's one of my favorites. I just love that Roots and Culture by Prince Negasi, also from Hartford, right?
Yep, by way of St. Thomas, and we met
St. Thomas, Jamaica,
in Bloomfield.
This is another one that we did the vocals on this one to tape. So during these sessions, Prince was doing a lot of his own rhythms and stuff that he would bring in, and so we would kind of mix together some live tracking and some stuff that they brought in, but we made sure to get it through the tape machine too.
They love working on the tape.
Yeah, and Prince is really cool to work with because they're of that style where they like to just do live takes, not a lot of overdubs, keep the feel, that's there. And that's just always a pleasure to work with artistically,
Yeah, he's a great vocalist and lyricist too.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Prolific songwriter too. They write so many songs. It's amazing.
One of the hardest workers I know too.
Yeah.
We have one last block, and we're going to start this one out with Dark Days by Donnie Alexzander.